Relax. Okay.
Hello.
Gary.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so great to see you. You don't usually come out in the morning like that.
No, I'm not.
You are a nocturnal being.
Yes, please. I prefer the evenings.
The evenings.
Yeah.
As a family man for.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
But speaking of nocturnal, yesterday there was a beautiful full moon out there.
Yeah.
And I was updating my social media for people to go and have a look, and I got quite a response. I mean, yeah, it's been a while people actually took time to observe the full moon. Yes.
I didn't pay attention to.
Oh no, it was beautiful. And yesterday was a cloudless sky for those in Accra and its environs. Yeah, as for the Cape Coast and the other places, I'm not sure the sky was clear like that.
Oh
yes.
Yesterday the skies were clear in Accra.
Yes, it was.
Or then things for knock things before. If you know, you know.
Yes, indeed.
If you know, you know.
How are you this morning?
I am doing well.
Your Batakari looks like it's sponsored by and vetted and approved by the FDA.
This Batakari, is there any fashion council in Ghana? Sami, is there any council, body in Ghana that has been vetting clothes and all of that?
Why do you ask?
No, because now the veterinary council says before you eat bushmeat, before you sell bushmeat, you must come for approval.
So before you wear this kind of Batakari, you must go to that council for approval.
I'm asking if there's a council like that.
Oh,
Because now that there's a council that, the bushmeat that you come and stand by the roadside and sell, you must go for approval. It's a good policy, to be very honest, because people use all means of getting these meats. So it's important, but I'm just asking myself whether the veterinary council has what it takes to be able to do all of that. But hey, Charlie, it's not bad. It's not bad. This Batakari, when you feel lazy to iron something,
I know.
You just pick one and then you're good to go. Anyway, do you have any chaotic shouts?
Yes, I do indeed. On the 2nd of December, it's your birthday today, Bright Nyameche, aka Akwesi K. And you are a member of the Knights of St. John International. Happy birthday, and God richly bless you.
And it's also a belated happy birthday to my primary school mate. She was a girls prefect, Marie-Françoise Buckner. Yes.
Very, very nice name, eh?
Yes, very nice name. Marie-Françoise Buckner.
Wow.
She was our girls prefect when I was in class 6. So it was her birthday yesterday. I wished you, and you know all that I wish for you. I can't say it on air.
Happy birthday, Marie-Françoise Buckner.
Yeah, Marie. Anyway, the Sports Center is brought to you by MTN. Choose your own bundle your own way with MTN Flexi Bundle. Just dial *138# and enjoy bundles that don't expire. Standard Chartered Bank here for good. And Nivea Men Deep range of products. Well, it's time to go deep for real freshness and with 48 hours protection from sweat and bacteria and 48 hours deep moisturization with the Nivea Men Deep range of products. Nivea Men starts with you, official sponsors of Real Madrid. So you know what? If you're yet to activate your MTN Momo account, you can do it right from the comfort of your home. Just all you have to do is to just dial *170# for MTN Momo, select your 4-digit PIN number, re-enter that PIN number to confirm it, and after this, you will receive a message confirming your activation. Now, should that message fail to pop up, contact our various digital channels or use my MTN app for further assistance. You should also know that you can link your bank account to your Momo wallet to make life even more easy. So MTN Momo is your fastest, secure, and most convenient way to transact business today. Terms and conditions do apply. Just Momo it everywhere you go. We're there for you everywhere you go. Now, Total Petroleum Ghana PLC received the prestigious Brand of the Year award at the Ghana Oil and Gas Awards. In addition, we won the Lubricant Product of the Year and Marketing Campaign of the Year. We dedicate these awards to you, our valued customers, for your unwavering trust and loyalty to the Total brand. We say ayiko to our service station staff whose hard work and dedication earned us these awards. Thank you for making us number one. Keep choosing Total. Total, committed to better energy. But with your Standard Chartered debit and credit card, every day is Black Friday. All you have to do is to show it, shop on, and smile away with amazing discounts as high as 50%. That's right. Flash your Standard Chartered debit or credit card at UK brands Orca Deco, Best Western Premier Hotel, Urban Grill, Coco Lounge, Carbon, Vidaya Cafe, Regal Hotel, AM and PM Restaurant, and Sports Bar, Zena Lodge, Honeysuckle, and many more. If you don't have a Standard Chartered card, Don't worry, just download the SE mobile app or visit www.se.com/gh to open an account and get a free Visa Gold card. Visit my StanChat privileges on se.com/gh to access the full list of discount partners. Remember the 3 magic steps: show, spend, and smile. Swipe for amazing discounts while earning reward points for every spend. So show your Standard Chartered card, spend with your Standard Chartered card, and be guaranteed a smile with amazing discounts. Standard Chartered, here for good. Okay, Gary, but before we get into it, let me just ask you a very simple question. So what's happening to Real Madrid?
Well, Nivea are the official sponsors, and I don't think they will be showing and spending and smiling today. Charlie,
what's happening to them?
I have no idea.
You know, I watched the game last night, and I was telling a friend that, a friend was telling me, why is it that Real Madrid, they move forward and the people just engage in counter-attacks, and they open up, the Madrid defense. Rafael Varane was lucky to have been on the pitch in the first half.
Yes.
That particular tackle, I think
he should have probably been sent off.
And you ask yourself, are things, looking that bad for Zinedine Zidane?
Well, Zinedine Zidane himself says he's not going to resign. He's being defiant about it, and we're going to get updates on that. Thank you. And the Joy Sports Center is powered by the Joy Sports team. And speaking of Real Madrid, we have more coming up. Liverpool, Salzburg, Marseille all emerged winners last night. Real Madrid lost to Shakhtar Donetsk, and Atletico held champions Bayern. Man City played out a goalless draw with Porto. More to come, but first, President of the Ghana Football Association, Kurt Okraku, has filed his nomination to contest for the executive committee position at CAF. The FA head filed his nomination before the closing date of November the 12th. Joy Sports' Muftar Nabila has the rest of the story.
The president of the FA, Kurt Okraku, filed his nomination to contest for the position of executive committee member of the football governing body in the continent last month. Joy Sports understands Kurt Okraku will be competing with Nigerian FA president Jibril Hamidu, who is the president of Wafu Zone B. The FA president was recently appointed a second vice president of Wafu Zone B. He's thrown in the dice to unseat Jibril Hamidu for the seat of Wafu Zone B. The CAF elections have been scheduled for March 2021. It is believed that the former executive chairman of Dreams FC, after consultation with the leadership of the football governing body in the country, made a decision to contest for a seat at the highest decision-making body of CAF.
To the Ghana Premier League, and Costa Papic, full name
The 60-year-old replaces Edwardni Odum, who has been handed the reins of the youth team. The Serbian won the Ghana Premier League during his first spell, which lasted for a year. The title triumph in 2009 was the last time the Phobians were crowned champions. Papic arrived in the country last week and was at the Accra Sports Stadium to watch Hearts of Oak lose 1-0 to Inter Allies. Hearts tried replacing Odum before the start of the season with the appointment of Carlos Manuel Vaz Pinto. The Portuguese resigned after 8 days. Hearts have played 2 games this season and have just a point, which sees them occupy the last position on the league table.
So sorry about that, you couldn't hear me. So that was about Kostadin Papic, who's been confirmed as Hearts of Oak coach, returning to the club for a second stint, and he's been tasked to end their 11-year drought, and that was Asari Bidiako with the details. So from Hearts of Oak to the arrivals of Asante Kotoko, and the management of the club has written to the GFA to change their home venue for the ongoing Ghana Premier League season. Now, due to renovation works at the Baba Yara Stadium in Kumasi, Asante Kotoko had to settle on the Accra Sports Stadium for home games in the Ghana Premier League. And here's the communications director of the club, Moses Enchibenefo.
First of all, in choosing the venues for this year's Premier League, we chose the Ohenijan Sports Stadium as our first venue and then Aliyu Mahama Sports Stadium as our second venue. And if we look at the congestion and the pressure on the Accra facility, we thought it wise at this point in time to move from the Accra Sports Stadium to the Aliyu Mahama Sports Stadium. We are aware that Legon City, they played their home game there, Accra Great Olympics, Inter Allies, Hearts of Oak, and Kotoko as well. And all these activities will put an undue pressure on the facility at the Accra Sports Stadium. So we thought it was wise to move to the Aliyu Mahama Sports Stadium, where we have some teeming fans there, and then they have been deprived of the activities of the club because there's no premiership action that goes on around that part of the country. So we've decided to move the to that part of the country, for people over there to have a remarkable improvement in the quality of life of what is happening in our footballing circles.
So, big question is, will the GFA ratify or agree to this request from Asante Kotoko? We'll find out. Moving on, and Liberty Professional head coach David Oklu says he's not under pressure despite a disappointing start to the season. Now, Liberty are yet to win a match after match day 3, and Oklu is optimistic of a change in results in subsequent games.
No, there's no pressure on me. This is football. It's 3 things: you lose, you draw, you win, and I keep drawing. So if I should be losing, then I should think of, maybe the way I'm doing things is not going well, but at least I'm not losing. So that means we are getting somewhere. It's just that we have to push more for that win.
So from the Ghana Premier League coming up next, we do have something of the Champions League, and Curtis Jones scored his first Champions League goal after a horrific goalkeeping mistake. Aided Liverpool to beat Ajax to win Group D and secure a place in the last 16. Andre Onana misjudged the flight of Neco Williams' cross, and the 19-year-old midfielder took advantage to score with the outside of his right foot. Here's Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp.
Honestly, since I'm in Liverpool, one of the biggest, how it feels, one of the biggest Champions League nights we had, and for sure without supporters in it was the most important and the most difficult and the most exceptional game. So all that stuff, it's just amazing, and I'm really, really proud tonight.
Manchester City had a late goal against Porto ruled out, but the draw was enough for them to secure top spot in Champions League Group C. It seemed that after a frustrating 80 minutes, substitute Gabriel Jesus had broken the deadlock when he tapped home after his initial header had been saved, but the effort was ruled out because while Cancelo was offside. We can now hear from City boss Pep Guardiola.
Big incredible compliment for congratulations for the team for all the group stage, especially the games we play away. We play with incredible huge personality, with the courage to go there to try to keep the ball and go there. And I know it's not easy. They play 8 players in the box, plus the support a little bit with Marega and Corona defend also deeper. So it's not easy. They are so strong, the fullbacks. In this case today, the wingbacks are so fast, so difficult, but even with that, we were patient and we attack and we create enough chances to win. This is the most important.
In other games, Real Madrid slumped to a second shock 2-0 defeat to Shakhtar Donetsk, slipping to third in Group B. Borussia Mönchengladbach stayed top despite a 3-2 defeat at home to Inter Milan, who also kept their hopes of progressing alive on what promises to be a nail-biting final match day. That group has been blown wide open. And late Thomas Müller penalty and Bayern a 1-1 draw at Atletico Madrid, meaning the Spanish side must avoid defeat at RB Salzburg in their final group game to progress. Remember, Bayern have already done so. And ahead of today's games, manager Frank Lampard suggested he might rotate his Chelsea squad for the match against Sevilla, with midfielder Billy Gilmour expected to feature. Both teams have qualified for the last 16, and victory for either is likely to mean they would finish top of Group E.
Yeah, I'll have to do that for different reasons. I think some players have been playing a lot. Talk about the hectic schedule, and it is hectic, but can't say that on one hand and then maybe not look at making some rotations for this game. And on the other side of that, players that aren't playing so regularly are training really, really well and part of the group and important to us. So some people are just knocking on the door and deserve opportunities. So we're certainly not taking the game lightly. Even though we're qualified, we want to win the group. I don't expect a drop in level, but there will be an opportunity for some players to get minutes.
Tonight on Joy 99.7 FM, we have Champions League fare for you, and it's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer we'll be hearing from and seeing in Man United's game as they bid to seal top spot in their group by doing a double over PSG. United 3 points clear at the top, only need a point from their remaining 2 matches to secure a last 16 place. But Solskjaer wants his side to wrap up the group before their final game at RB Leipzig on the 8th of December by beating last season's Champions League runners-up.
The quicker you can qualify, the better, of course. With a win, we'll win the group. So, of course, that's our intent. We want to go out there with, in our style, attacking intent, defending well against the top team with some top individual players, of course. But our mindset is win this game and we won the group. We want to win the group.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer speaking there. Frank Veros in other games will be looking to pull off a monumental shock when they welcome Barcelona. Juventus host Dinamo Kiev and Borussia Dortmund entertain Lazio. the rest of the games today, with the German side assured of qualification to the knockout stages for a third straight season should they avoid defeat. And that's it for the Sports Center today. Winston's team, he's going to ask me if they are going to win or not.
Oh, but I know that today, Manchester United will win. I know.
You know that?
I know that we'll win. The West will be a draw. We're winning this match. But, you guys didn't play. You support Arsenal. You didn't play last night. Are you playing tonight?
We do not play on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I know where you're going with that.
You don't play first year European football?
No, we don't. Not for this season. But we will be back.
We'll be back
later.
Charlie. No. But so tell me, I just want your thoughts on the United PSG game. In 2019.
There we go again with the history.
No, 2019. I think 2019 or 18. It was 2018. They actually beat United 2-0.
I remember that.
2019, 2-0 at Old Trafford, and we won 3-1.
Rashford had a great game.
Yes, Parc des Princes. So I'm just asking.
It could happen again because United seem to be, a bit buoyant. And PSG have not had a great season, particularly with Thomas Tuchel having his troubles and all that. But it could go either way. And that's why you should tune in to us. Today, we'll not be having the Champions League podcast at 7 as per. Inimwa and the rest of the gang will be here with Strong and Sassy. And you know who is coming on Strong and Sassy today? Joyce Bauer Mokhtari is on, and Francis Isiam will be on. And they'll be determining whether the she factor does anything in our elections. Now, considering that Ghana's voting population is majority female, I mean, it's we should be encouraging more females to vote and women to vote. And so Josba Mokhtari and Francis Isia will be slagging it out on Strong and Sassy.
Can you?
The Strong and Sassy. Strong and Strong and Sassy.
Strong and Sassy.
Esrom.
Strong and Sassy. So Gary's been doing the analysis already. Charlie, you can't wait to see Gary on your election headquarters doing all the analysis. Well, yes, the female population, of course, there are more.
I think I saw the figures briefly yesterday. 51.74 or something like that. Yeah. But it's worrying that we don't have a lot of women, actually voting, usually more than the men in the past previous elections.
Well, the vote. The females are more. You don't have lots of women going into parliament. You don't have lots of women seeking leadership positions, even in assembly elections. And you always would ask the question why. Lots of reasons have been given, from financial to the nature of our politics.
Yeah.
But
and our patriarchal society.
Well, yes,
there's that as well.
But as far back as 1960, Kwame Nkrumah was appointing females into our parliament. That was great.
But
even in the United States, slave men had a chance to even vote. Females were not given a chance
until recently.
Yeah, until recently. But we started with everybody voting.
Yeah.
Amanakan, where inheritance is matrilineal. I do not believe that system would seek to, prevent women from excelling.
I don't think so as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing about our traditional society is that as backward as many people may think it is, the traditional society has actually given premium to women and the way they, like you mentioned, inheritance, choosing chiefs or kings or having a say. Even you go as far back as biblical times, women had a very vital role in being kingmakers and all that. So for the women, please, we beg you, make sure you vote on the 7th. If you didn't do that in the special voting on the 7th, raise your body
and go and
raise your body.
We
need you too,
but we need more women in parliament too. We need more women in parliament.
I don't think we are going to have that in this parliament.
No.
Looking at the dynamics I'm seeing.
Yes, we may not have it. We may not have it this parliament, but I think going forward also we should be thinking of some affirmative action where a number of seats are reserved for women. The MPP tried
a quota.
Yes, a quota. Yes. You see. We'll wrap up with PSG shortly, but I was in Tema Central constituency last Friday. And I asked a question about persons with disability
on the ballot box.
Everybody was like, we're all the same, we all should do that. And I said, look, the reason why persons who are marginalized against are given an opportunity and you have special laws made for them
is to prop them up.
Yes,
and to give them a head start.
And so I am in support of affirmative action.
Why don't we put this to our August listeners and our December audience as well? Let's give them the opportunity to decide whether we should have affirmative action laws for our women, especially in the parliament. How many seats do you moot? How many seats?
Well, I
some
think
10 for starters.
a minimum of 30% of our seats.
30%?
Yes, 30% should be women. Minimum should be women.
Let's put this out there.
Yes, I am for affirmative action. I think
055 quadruple 1997. Winston, not Church. He's not. Look, this Winston Amoy. He likes to say that he's related to Winston Churchill, my friend.
I'm not.
Oh no. Winston, have you seen his head before? It is so rough.
But
your head is quite impressive.
It's like that.
055 quadruple 1997. Even as we end the sport, we want to ask you: should we have 30% reserved for women in our parliament?
Yes.
And what are the pros and cons?
30%. You see, 30% reserved for women in our parliament, and that mustn't go through,
any law or stringent
any voting. See, okay, reserve them. Okay, let the women groups decide who should represent them.
Yeah,
and let them go to parliament. Let that be a start. We do that until we've reached we've reached a time where we believe that we can have women stand elections and win and come to parliament. So the phone lines have been activated. Gary's thrown this challenge on 055 1111 997 and 0302 216 541. 0302 216 541 and 055 1111 997.
You know, one of the answers I can foresee some people giving is that but women must earn it. And you know the retort I like to throw out there. For hundreds of years in this country, we have had men of what's the word? Of questionable character in our parliament. Nobody has said that they should earn it. And so if we can make an excuse for 30% of women to be in parliament, of course we will have some quote-unquote bad nut in there, but
exactly.
We should start from somewhere, because we make excuses for all kinds of men to be in parliament anyway. So I am for the 30%.
Great, so let's get onto the phone lines. Now stay with me, Gary, so because you brought this up. Abu is in Japan. Good morning, Abu.
Hello, good morning.
Hi Abu.
Yes, Abu, talk to us.
Well. You know, I'm very happy. You know, I became mature to vote in 2004.
Okay.
And I voted in the Saigo Suduku constituency. And then Gloria Akufo contested for the MPP. I voted for her and I campaigned for people to vote for her, even though I don't know her, she did not give me anything, because I told people I love to see more women in parliament. Yeah. So I'm very happy you bring this issue. Thank you very much. Yeah. I'll go for it.
Thank you very, very much, Abu, for joining us. So Abu is all for it. What about you? Are you also for it? Ellen is at Domi. Ellen, good morning.
Hi, Ellen.
Good morning.
Yes, Ellen.
And thanks for having me.
Great. And kindly reduce the volume on your radio set so that we can hear you clearly. There seems to be a bit of feedback. Yes. Hello, Ellen?
Yeah.
There seemed to be
somebody is sitting on your line this morning.
Yes, Ellen, please position yourself properly so we can hear you. Ellen?
Hello?
Yes, it's better now. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm now just this action that you just it's just a matter of allowing women to participate as and when they want. This 30% is actually a very small figure, if I must say.
Okay.
30% compared to 70% of men in parliament is too small a figure, but it's a good one to start with.
Good.
But the females who have already nominated themselves and want to participate in politics, the name calling, insults, the obligatory terms that are used against will actually deter women from contesting in politics and actually actively participating in it. I think that is where the conversation should be geared towards.
Okay.
But the 30% is a good one. It's still small a figure.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Ellen.
And thank you very much once again. Paul is in Hacho. Let's hear from you, Paul. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing, sir?
We are fine. Paul, how about you?
Yeah, I'm doing terrific.
Great.
You guys are really good.
Thank you.
This topic is a very, very important one. And let me say that even by our Ghanaian traditional thinking, women are seen to be of a higher intellect. So you hear people say, Yenko Bita Prewa.
Yeah.
So they don't say, Yenko Bita Kokra. So those are things that will give indications that women by nature are respected and they are appreciated for a lot of brain work. Probably the fact of men being so much in politics is because of our rough and brutish nature. And so we seem to have, in a way, push women to the background. So if indeed we want things to get better, I believe that the best for us will be to give women the opportunity. Let's remember what Agri said. If you train a woman, you do what? And when you train a man too, what do? A woman is for a nation, a man is for an individual. Thank you.
So what percentage are you proposing?
I am seriously for the 30%. And I believe that we could do this. We'll give them to some specialized group so that they can also go there and be pushing an agenda which will be in the interest of women. So that it is not going to be the normal game where people will be there and just doing the partisan politicking and then to be weighted by any particular whip or whatever. I believe that we should have these groupings so that they will now go there and then advocate for women's empowerment and think that will be of their benefit.
Thank you very, very much, Paul from Hacho. Yes, Gary, you want to make a point?
Yeah, to complement what he said about Yanko Bisabrio and Professor John Collins, the esteemed high life historian and all that. If you read his book, he actually seems to posit that our high life traditions are passed through women and not men.
Good. Let me get on to the line. And speak to Ni from Tema. Ni, good morning. Yes, Ni. Good morning. Share your thoughts with us.
Oh, Ni, we don't like this, your energy. Ni.
That's more like it.
Thank you very much.
Let's go on.
Make you find out from Electoral Commission, when are they going to pay the exhibition and then also the rates for the presiding officers, name reference officers, verification officers, COVID-19 officers? Please, can you find out?
We'll find out for you.
We'll go and ask the old woman.
But now share your thoughts with us on, unfortunately.
He was only interested in the money.
He was talking about. Anyway, let's get to Jowli, where Kojo is. Kojo, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Kojo, go ahead.
Yeah, Kojo, I was listening to this affirmative action topic, and I wanted to go against the green a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
And the thing is that we emphasize this affirmative action at the detriment of other factors that we could consider when we choose leaders. And for me, I think as a country, we need to emphasize more on merit. So it is very good to encourage women to take up positions. And I think that, by and large, we are doing that. But to allocate 30% such that we de-emphasize merit as opposed to just getting anybody in, for me, it would be detrimental to the nation. So we should emphasize more, choose leaders based on merit, but encourage women to do that, which our traditional system more or less does. But we shouldn't allocate 30%. I think that one is not a good strategy for us at this point as a developing nation. When we get to the point where we are more comfortable, like the developed countries are, we can begin to look at some of these factors that get leaders into power. But now let's emphasize merit as opposed to affirmative action. Thank you very much.
Kojo, hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, my simple question to you: when will we get there, and where is there?
Okay. All right. Thank you. You see, our country is not it's not a developed country. We have a lot of problems with our leadership system, and a lot of it needs people who are competent, honest, and believe in building a proper society for us. And I believe that anybody who wants to be a leader in this country must exhibit that quality. Okay. It doesn't matter whether it's a woman or a man. That's what we need for people to move this country forward.
All right.
Now, affirmative action is good, but but when you de-emphasize merit in favor of affirmative action, what are you trying to do with the leadership or the character of leadership in the country?
All right.
So I'm saying that it's good to encourage the women, but to allocate 30% and to de-emphasize merit will not be able to the best interest of the nation.
Thank you very much, Kojo. Ekuya is in Kaswa. Ekuya, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, and Ekuya, you're a final caller. Talk to us.
Yeah, okay. So the platform hasn't been balanced all this while. So eyeing or bringing out affirmative action for 30% is a good idea. Trust me, women will work at it and get to the position through merit. But since the platform has not been equal, I think the affirmative action will be strong so that more women will come on board and policies will be implemented and we'll move it from there.
Thank you very, very much, Ekuya. So Ekuya will be our final caller on this particular issue.
I think that, this is a very unscientific, pool to get an idea passed from, but people seem to be in favor. To Kojo, our esteemed caller who went against the grain, as he liked to call it, I'd only like to say, if you look at the history of our parliamentarians, Kojo, you say we shouldn't emphasize merit, but I put it to you, a lot of the men we have had in our parliament from the day we started our parliamentary proceedings, Charlie, they've not been really, you know how people have gotten into parliament. Those who have had the most money have gone there. Those who have had the most influence have gone there. We've had a history of male parliamentarians who have passed through their tenure without making a single contribution in there as well. So for me, we should be able to make that excuse for women as well, because it balances the scale and it helps all of us in the end.
All right.
So that is my contribution
Thank you
for today.
Thank you very much. But as you leave, I also would want to leave you with a scripture from Psalm 121:5 to 8, because today is Inspirational Wednesday, and so the Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. Amen. And the sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon by night. Amen. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore.
And mine for you. The Lord keep you and heal you. The Lord shine his face upon you. Winston Amoa.
Gary,
how did I do?
Thank you. You did very well. But Travis Green says he made a way for you and I. It's inspirational.